Hello everyone, it's the time of the month again. We basically have a new Battle Pass tank, so here's a new video for me basically to showcase it to you. This is what it looks like. It looks kind of cute, not gonna lie. I'm actually quite hyped about the Battle Pass this month, mainly because it's all Blitz Cup based and inspired, or however you want to put it. And as a streamer and commentator for years and years, that makes me quite hyped. I really like that Wargaming is actually actively making Blitz Cup content that is sort of like applicable to all players. Now the tank that we will be getting is called the Spark, and it's based of course on the Skoda T25, so I will be comparing it with that and going over the stats and all. For some reason, no idea why, neither Blitzstars nor Blitzhanger have this tank in their basically collection yet, so I can't pull the stats from that. Some sort of like the order in which I call the stats will be different because I'm taking them directly from in-game. So basically both tanks have 930 hit points, both tanks have a frontal armor for both turret and hull of 50, the sides are 35 and 40 from the turret and the hull, and the rear of the turret is 35 for both, and the rear of the hull is 35 for both as well. Basically there's a view range of 278.8. This has to do with probably my equipment as well, because I can't like sort of make it vanilla again once I've already equipped it. So I put the same equipment on both, which is basically everything to the left except for the first, because I always use calibrated on everything. So keep that in mind as well. The concealment is 38% well stable. This is also to do with I think whatchamacallit, the crew skills and everything. So I'm sorry if the stats are a little bit off. It will still give you an impression of what the tank is like, in my opinion. So the Camel Rating while stationary is 38 for the Spark, which is 41 for the Skoda. While moving it is 33 for the Spark and 36 for the Skoda. And while when you're standing still, it is 10 for the Spark and 11 for the Skoda. The damage per minute for the Spark is 1777 versus 1674 for the Skoda. The magazine reload is 14.21 seconds for both. The shell reload is 1 second for the Spark, 1.5 seconds for the Skoda, and both have 3 shells in their magazine. The AP pen is 139 for both, it is 194 for both, and 42 for both for high explosive. And the average damage is the same, it is 160 for AP, 135 for APCR, and 175 for HE. The aiming time is 3.7 for both, the dispersion is 0.326 for the Spark, 0.344 for the Skoda. And the gun elevation, the gun depression is 10 degrees for both and 20 degrees elevation for both as well. Both tanks can go 60 km per hour forwards, 20 km per hour back, and the power to weight ratio is 16.8 for the Spark and 19.0 for the Skoda. The let's see. Basically the engine power is 335 for the Spark and 440 for the Skoda. So overall there's like, as usual, there's minor differences for both, but overall I quite like the tank. It's sort of like, it's tier 6, so you always have a potato factor as well. Like, that will depend on whether you win or not. Of course this tank has pretty much no armor, anything can shoot you in the face, anything can shoot you pretty much anywhere and pen you and do damage, so you have to be careful while driving it. But that's no different from the regular Skoda. It does feel like a tiny bit of a better version of the Skoda, but as usual, it's basically a Battle Pass tank. It's a different tank with minor differences. And for this, yeah, it's the Skoda. Overall though, I do kind of like the tank. It is small, it is cheeky, it is an autoloader, and that makes it fun as well, if you can get the shots in and if you can avoid getting shot. That being said though, I did find the gun a little bit troll. There were some games where I just basically bounced all shots and I still don't know how. But that's also a game bug, I think, at the moment, where that happens a lot. Overall though, like I said, it is quite a nice little bit of a cheeky tank. And it can work really nicely. Basically you just need to avoid getting hit and make sure that your team is the primary target and not you. As far as Battle Pass tanks go, it's not horrible. It's not one of the really boring ones we've had as well, and I wouldn't say that this would make it worth buying all on its own, but that being said, I'm hyped for this Battle Pass mainly because of the Blitz Cup theme. I love the camos that we've seen are coming with this pass, and I love basically just like the whole of it. And of course the Battle Pass is always great value. You get quite a lot for a little amount of money, and that's something to keep in mind as well, because basically, like I said, it's the most bang you'll get for your buck, and that's why you should never just look at the tank alone. That being said, though, for the tank alone, I would not get this pass. I mean, it's fun, it's nice, it looks kind of cute, but it's still a Skoda, and even though you can make it work because it is tier 6 and you have the potato factor and everything, on its own, this is not a tank I would want to buy. And of course, aside from the Battle Pass and the Battle Pass tank itself, we also have the actual Blitz Cup coming, and I'm definitely really hyped for that. It is not the same as an offline event, but it is the closest that Wargaming can get to it right now, and at least every server gets their spotlight and every server gets shown off, so I'm a big fan of that as well. That being said, though, for this tank itself, there's not really much more I can say. Basically, if people sneeze at you, they will pen you and they will do damage, but all in all, it's not a bad tank. But neither is the Skoda, so just basically, just be careful. Like you see, I'm just reloading my clip in peace, and I'm just trying to avoid getting shot, because that can be very deadly. It's not an OP tank in any way. I do feel it's a little bit of a better version of the Skoda, but I like the Skoda as well, so that's, yeah. That's my general opinion on the tank itself, though. Not much more to say, as I said. It does look kind of cute. I like this sort of glowy stuff that it has got going on. There's no animation that goes with this tank, and there's pretty much that that doesn't make it all that interesting. It doesn't glow, there's no animated parts and everything. It does kind of still look cute in my opinion. But again, I'm very biased there as well, also because of the Blitz Cup stuff. So there is that to consider as well, I suppose. That is my review for this tank, though. Hope you guys enjoyed it, or at least will enjoy the Battle Pass, and definitely will enjoy the Blitz Cup. I will be involved. It's not public yet how or when or why and everything. But yeah, I will hopefully see you all at the live streams. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all the epic matches, and I will definitely be grinding this Battle Pass because Blitz Cup themed, woohoo! So I wish you all a very good day, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye!